This is Big D Tire. Big D Tire sells tires for less money than the competition. I cannot make it any more simple than that. Big D Tire is where you want to go to buy your tires. Moneyball highly recommends Big D Tire. Orchard Park, New York. Big D.
Ladies and gents, I got a special feature for us today on the Moneyball channel. I have local Buffalo artist Aahkee. I'm very excited to have this cat on the channel. Welcome to the show, Aahkee.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here. It's about time.
You know, my people called your people, right? We linked it up finally.
Made it happen.
Anyone who doesn't know who Aahkee is yet, local climbing Buffalo, New York artist. He raps, he produces, he makes beats. You know, there'll be links as far as where to find his music, and maybe he'll give us a little taste even. But this dude is just shredding it right now.
Yeah, the chosen one. They play my music in the college dorms. I don't want to go outside no more. I am not speaking in metaphors. Free spirits falling on the floor. Lost souls waiting at the door. Must I be using their head right? Head banging when it's on the floor. I can't do this for attention. Always on road, protecting my soul, cause that's my expenses. I see my
I want to hear about who your, who your inspirations are, and who you kind of, who motivates you. Who gets the juices flowing, man? Who motivates you?
It's like Ghostface Killer, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I get those comparisons a lot. So yeah, that's my, what was that, four?
For me, my biggest motivation is my family. I'm creating for them. And I got a very tight circle. I got a circle of friends, and we all spark each other's brains and stuff like that. They're doing their thing and I'm doing mine, and then we see that, and then that just makes us want to go harder each and every single day. So yeah, my biggest motivation is my family, for sure.
I think, studios can be anything from a basement at your parents' house with the right equipment to, $100,000 office building with all the best tech, everything.
Yeah.
It all started from, there's always a common denominator, which is somebody starting it, in the basement or starting it small and then it blowing up to something, right?
Yeah.
Which I always admire about artists, and you got to start somewhere. Where did you start and say, okay, this is the direction I want to take my life?
I decided I wanted to take that direction early. Of course, my father played a big part in that, because he built this studio himself. And then obviously with his DJ thing going on, I used to be up late at night listening to him making his mixtapes, sneaking in, even though it was a school night, and listening to him making his mixtapes or whatnot. And I found how much of an impact very early, I'm talking like 8, 9 years old, how much of an impact that music had on people. At that age, I was just like, because, I was a shy kid, couldn't verbally communicate that well because I was very timid. But then I found out that I was like, wow, I can really use music to communicate with people. So that's my driving factor is creating music that I can use to communicate. And that is also why I can also prove that my music, there's a lot of people that can relate to what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I think you're still a shy kid. I think you're still a timid kid,
Definitely.
Very polite, a great dude, whatever, right? But you're still timid, and growth comes with age and wisdom, right? And I'm a big believer in what I preach to my kids, and it's on the shirt here, right? Lions, not sheep, man. Go be the lion, and be the first Aahkee instead of who do you want to be like, right? So hey, I want to be like RZA from the Wu-Tang. No, you want to be the first Aahkee. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's athletically, I want to be LeBron James. No, you don't. You want to be the first Deacon Scott. And that's what I preach to these kids a lot. And I think I notice, someone who can be timid can definitely come out of the shell. It's almost like two different people, right? It's like a superhero, right? It's like something comes out of people. Clark Kent becomes Superman, and Aahkee, or the actual, name becomes Aahkee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's kind of how it is, man. And I think the best artists are that way. They almost put on a different mask. Who were your musical influences? I mean,
It's like Ghostface Killer, Kendrick Lamar. I get those comparisons a lot. So yeah, that's my, what was that, four?
who were the ones that you said, man, this is the sound I want?
Man, listening because of my musical background, it varies. I can go from, I mean, growing up, I was listening to Grandmaster Flash and like that generation and the Boogie Down Productions and sooner or later KRS-One.
Good. Some of the old good stuff, man. The real
Yeah,
music.
I started studying the old hip hop early, and sooner or later that I found out like what their inspirations were, and it all goes back. I could say Stevie Wonder.
Mhm.
Stevie Wonder, I listen to his songs almost every day. Like I'll
I
wake
love
up
that.
with the album. That's like also I can go also to the neo soul. I'm a big Erykah Badu head.
Okay.
Erykah Badu, Music
Yeah.
Soul.
And that's the thing, like with artists as well, you don't pigeonhole yourself. You don't say, okay, like I compare your sound a little bit to Kendrick. You have a rapping cadence similar to Kendrick when you're rapping, but I know you also sing a little bit, and you do different things. Your rapping style more of a Kendrick Lamar type cadence. But all the good ones, again, I'll repeat, I'll say this is my influence, and very seldom is it rap. That's what I was kind of listening to. That's why I really wanted to hear your answer. So you saying Stevie Wonder, Erykah Badu, just again kind of puts the emphasis on a true artist. You know what I mean? Somebody who's doing this as a hobby, or they're just doing this to screw around, or they're doing it as a cliche, they'll say, oh man, my favorites were whatever. And the fact that you just went into that, it proves to me exactly the point I was making. You can take whatever it is that you have built up, man, whatever that orb is that gives you that superhuman power, and you can create with it, right? And go expose it to the world. So I think that's cool. I think that's cool. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be? How far do you want to take this? What are your goals? What do you want people to know about Aahkee, and where do you want to take this music?
I just want to make sure that I'm the most impactful artist. Notice I didn't say most famous, because obviously there's a lot of people in my field that want to do it for the fame, which is cool.
Yeah, of course.
With the work that you put in, the consistency comes first and that progress comes later. So that's why I always see myself growing every day I wake up. So that's why I say the most impactful, because I can make stuff that people can relate to, and I'm being myself. I'm being authentic when I'm down here.
Mhm.
And that's why I don't say I want to be the most famous, because you know what people can do for fame. They act out of character. I don't want to do that.
Absolutely.
All those Hollywood stories, and
Yeah, man.
they want to be famous. It's stuff that makes them act out of character, all because they want to have a huge impact on the world.
Money and fame, right? I mean, those two things will change a man for sure, or a woman. Tell me a little bit about what you got behind you right there.
We're gonna move this.
Yeah, move it around.
Yeah, so we got, there's a big space behind here, a lot of padding.
Okay.
I actually built this too.
Okay.
Whenever I'm playing music out of these speakers over here,
Yep.
so the sound can bounce back and not travel all over the whole basement, he built these cushions for frequencies to stay intact.
We got this is like the Aahkee Cribs version.
Yeah. This is my MTV Cribs. This is,
yeah.
These are these black and yellow speakers. Everybody got these.
Rizzo's got a song, man. It's called "You Can't Stop Me Now," and it's kind of his story of his b-boy start. I love the lines, and I could probably, I have the song memorized, but I have it up here right now just so I don't butcher it. You know, but the greatest b-boy of all time, started from small crimes, and he's got, so I dropped half a G on a rented SP 1200 sampler and a Yamaha 4-track, right? The bass from the lab used to blow the door back. So like these guys had eggshell cartons as their acoustics, you know,
Yeah.
they're up in their studio, man. And that, you know, again, that's, you can use that stuff. It works.
Yeah. I did have a lot more padding down here, but we getting new ones, so they not on the walls right now.
Give us a beat that you just worked on. Let us hear a little something.
Yeah, this was just a little something to play around with.
Okay. Gonna wait for that to drop in.
Yeah.
You know who my favorite is, man? Alchemist.
Yep, I was about to say Alchemist next.
Alchemist uses that underwater. Alchemist, what's cool, his stuff is eerie sounding, right?
Yeah.
It's some of his stuff is just like you don't know if you should vibe to it or if you should be watching a horror movie to it. You know what I mean? Like it's so good though, and it's so original. You know, and that guy works with the absolute best of the best. Is he an influence for you?
Definitely.
Tell me how hard it is being an artist and how you can almost taste the success, right? About how hard it is to break into that next level.
There's definitely difficulty to it. Obviously it's hard if I'll say it's hard if you make it hard. You know, one thing my pops did tell me, there's really no easy way into doing things, which is why it's important that you have an intention behind what you do. What is your why? That is one thing he always said, and I got aggravated hearing it, but you know, it makes sense. What is your why, right?
It does. It does.
Yeah, that 0.01 cent per stream, you know, that you make obviously isn't a lot, but which is why it's also important that you make sure that you're doing it because you love it.
Right.
I could be doing this for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know.
Well, I know you will. Trust me, I know you will. The music industry as a whole has cut out, man. Like a lot of people have given up on the music industry because of when the pirating all started. But you know, as far as releasing music now, like think about it, Aahkee. We used to have, you know, million records sold. You know what I mean? That means you walk into Sam Goody, a record theater, you put your money down, you walk out with the record, right? You walk out with the wax. I love that and miss that. I know you have that stuff behind you, and that's the new generation, and that's the world we live in. But I love cassettes. Like that was my era, was cassettes, you know, fast forward, rewind. And the audio, if you listen to it now, it's absolutely terrible compared to what we have now, but there's still that, you know, there's still that old vibe to it. Right? And then the renaissance of everything, you know, that came up with computers, it changed everything. We know the talent's there, right? I mean, we know the talent's there. I've heard you. I know the talent's there. I can listen to talent, dude. I'm telling you, like white, black, green, whatever. I know hip hop and I know talent, and I know it's there. Trust me. It's how do we get it out there, right? I know you're saying the integrity and keeping the music and all that stuff. You'll do it till you're 87 years old and gray, but you also do want, forget the fame. You much rather be doing this full time and be able to support a family, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So
yeah,
let's look at it from that level. I won't keep it too much longer, but we'll say a few more things here because I think this is great and we're getting a lot of good stuff. I'm getting more out of you than anybody else has. I know that. I'm making you think more.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, well, I do, man. I mean, you know, wise beyond my years, but so are you, because I always got to think back. You're 21, right? You're an old soul, bro. I remember the first day I met you. I go, you're an old soul. You just are, and
Yeah.
You know, and I talk to your dad all the time about you, man. And I think you're a cool kid. You're different. I'd say, hey, man, give me 10 of your kids over here, and I want to know what they have in their headphones right now, right?
Yeah.
8 out of 10 would have the same thing in. 9 out of 10 would have the same thing in, right? The 10th kid, so 9 of them would have what just got released that's kind of hot. I don't know, maybe 21, right? And I do like 21. Don't get me wrong, I do. I like his flow. He's cool. 9 of them would have 21, and the 10th one would have Diana Ross on.
Yeah.
and Aahkee is the 10th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
That's how I like to put the sauce on that, man. That's the hot sauce on it. Like it's 9 of them would have the same stuff, and you would have the Diana Ross. So let's do a couple of fun questions. Like what's your favorite food? I always ask all my athletes. I say if you order a pizza, it's cheese and what?
Cheese. I've been on white pizza lately.
Okay.
I've been on white pizza.
Even right there. That is a different. Telling you, man, it's little things. Maybe I'm on something, but it's unique. It's unique. What do you have in your headphones right now?
I could tell you the most recent thing I played. I Want You Around, Snow Allegra. It's an R&B track. He easily started out just like me. Maybe even worked a little bit harder. He started out as a producer, hip hop, R&B, because we're in Buffalo. That's what we like. Yeah. I believe he every once in a while just started putting his beats on YouTube, and I can't remember what artist found one of his beats that made him blow up, but they found one of his beats on YouTube, and then he just had a complete switch. Like now he's a platinum producer in K-pop. He has a studio. He has a studio in Buffalo, and I think he has a studio in Atlanta. And this week he's in Buffalo, and my team connected with him like, hey, you should collab with this guy.
Yep.
And he's like, who's this guy? And we chopped it up for a little bit, and now we're doing a collab.
So here's let's go to our last 5 searches on our phone.
Last 5 searches.
I'm gonna give you mine first. Here's what I listened to. I got the Earth Song by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I got Dave East. I got Joyner Lucas. I got Nirvana, and I got Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond.
Whoa.
Those are my last 5 searches.
All right. I'm gonna go to my recently played. I know you're a Wu-Tang guy.
Yep.
Nutmeg, Ghostface Killer.
Dude, that's from the is that from Supreme Clientele?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites ever.
Top 10 albums for sure.
Yeah, man.
No.
Ghostface, all those Wu-Tang guys, like their individual efforts, they're so underrated. I mean, it's nasty, the whole beat, and then just what he does. But the beats though, man, are crazy. All right, what do you want to do? You want to do a little freestyle?
You got a beat?
I don't have one. Do you have one? I can find one. We could go off of that one. Hang on. No, that's hard though. I need something. I go a little faster, I think. What do you got? Find me something with a little up tempo, maybe.
Cause you and I both are both Wu-Tang heads, so I feel like you do good on a Wu-Tang beat.
I'm out to have fun. We only live once, and I don't get embarrassed.
All right, let's go.
All right, I knew it was going to be trying, so. All right, ready? 5, you rolled down, but you can't be mad at everything I did. Is if you had that glad bag, we come at you quick, smash back. We never trip. We always go back, but we gon' drip. This shit legit, man. Everything I do, the style we can't play because I'm so rude. Look at the top hat, knowing that I dropped that. Every single dude come back, it's mad fire, man. Like you did back in 91. Try to say, son, that you got something that's fun. Rolling with these dime sack dudes they can't attack because we come so crude, millennials they whack. Everybody know that my flow's a style, that I'm Blizzard Ball coming at you wild. Notice I didn't swear because there is no snare, and I didn't have to because it's just that glare. Side back when you see this cat with the white eyes coming back, you know that he's got those thighs, and those girlies all looking, but surprise. Everybody got those McDonald's pies. I told you, baby.
I ain't know. I did not know.
No one knows.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what I got. Okay.
More power to you when I see reflections in my spaces. Feel like the sponge is dry. Crown on my head is not for my disguise. Seeking the sun for answers to my eyes. I'm trying to reach glory. I'm blowing kisses to the ones before me. It's blood on the pages when I write a story.
Dude, whoa, that right there was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That was intense, dude. That was really good. Your cadence, though, like I said, it's got it's got a Kendrick vibe, but it's definitely Aahkee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love what you do, man. I think you got a great flow and you got a unique style. Thank you so much for doing this and taking the time. This was fun.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite interviews ever.
All right, good.
The first one to let me freestyle on it too.
Well, good, man, because that's what you deserve to do. Thanks again, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun doing what you do, and we'll talk real soon.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you for having me. I love this interview. Moneyball Challenge. Make sure y'all tune in, man.
My man, make sure you get it out there for me, bro.
Yeah, got you. I got you.
Later on.
Peace.